Hello everybody, it's Connor here, and today I'm bringing you a shoutout video. This shoutout is for somebody who's doing something really nice for me, and yes, I am paying for it, but he does a superb job. He is doing excellent, and I'm just kind of showing off his work here, give him a little bit of business because he really deserves it. And so I'm going to get right into this. So, you're wondering what his name is, right? Well, here it is. It's Loaf of Bread. Or the loaf of bread. I didn't mean to do that, by the way. So yeah, I'm going to spell it out here. Loaf of bread. There we go. And so, yeah, that B over there is supposed to be a B, but I'm going to show all of his stuff that he's done. He does like thumbnails, logos, banners, backgrounds, intros and outros, all those things. He's really good, and he's also pretty cheap. I'm going to get into information about what he's doing. Like I said, that's supposed to be a B. But I guess let's get right into her. So here we go. This is going to be his first option here. We're just pulling this stuff in, breaking the sign, and here we go. So this is his logo here. And this logo, it's his logo. Like, you can see the LOB there. But it just shows like his creative side, what he can do. And he's done like a few other logos, so I'm just going to continue on with the next logo here. This one was for somebody named Wolf, I believe. Not sure exactly what his name is, but once again, you can just see it's really cool. Very not pixel art, but it's just like a really cool design. He has very high creativity, and he's really flexible. He'll give you lots of options on what you would want to choose from. He doesn't really have templates. He just goes off his own. Let's see here. His next logo is this one here. It was for a guy, I'm guessing, named Complete the Circuit. Kind of fits in with like the channel of his name. Like a circuit kind of looks like a circuit box, and it's just really cool. This is just some samples of his work. I'll put a link to his YouTube in the description, and I'm also going to put his Skype name and all those things. So this is going to be his banner. So he did a banner for a guy named IC Blurry, and by the looks of it, he's a Minecraft guy. I'm just guessing because he's holding the diamond sword and chainmail pants, but on the other hand, you never know. There could be some other game out there that does that. I doubt it, though. But yeah, you can just see that it's a really nice fit. He's very good with Photoshop, and you can just see that. Now, he also does intros and outros, and I'm sure you've seen at the end of some videos where they've got like links to other videos where they've got music playing and just like all these links there. Well, he does those types of boxes. So on the left hand side there, where it says right over top of comment, you can put a video to another episode, and right over top of subscribe, you can put another link to an episode. So it's one of those professional looking things at the end of your video instead of just fading out. It just kind of has an ending. But he also does animated intros, I do believe. Yeah, he does animated intros and animated outros. He's currently working on an outro for me, and we're talking about an intro, but I'm liking the one I have right now, I think. So I'm just gonna I'm interested in the outro though, but I'm not gonna go with this box thing. But this box thing is really cool for some videos. It's just not up my alley, but I'm also showcasing his work, and it looks really cool. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. Now, his thumbnails. Here's the best part. I love his thumbnails right now. He has just finished this thumbnail for me. As you know, that my old Minecraft banner, or whatever you want to call it, was just okay. It wasn't anything amazing. It didn't stand out. But this really stands out here, and I've been looking for somebody who can do this for me for a long time now. And I finally found somebody who does really high quality work and does great banners. So that's pretty much what I'm going to talk about for his work now. I'm going to stay on this banner for the rest of this episode. But yeah, next thing I want to talk about is his prices. So the Loaf of Bread's prices, they're cheap, relatively cheap. They have they're decent. They're decent prices. I mean, I've seen some ridiculous prices. They're not $1 though. They do cost a little bit of money, but you're not going to be broke if you go and buy some of his stuff. So for the basic stuff like the logos and the banners and the thumbnails, they're really cheap, and I really like his prices here. So they're $3 each for a logo, a banner, and a thumbnail. It'll cost you $9 if you want to get all three, which is pretty much the basic stuff for YouTube now, as long as you can put it in your videos or whatever you want to do with those. But yeah, logos, banners, and thumbnails, they are currently $3 a piece. The next thing he does is like the backgrounds, and I didn't include any backgrounds in this slideshow, but he has a few. You can ask him to see some of his work. He'll link you to his website, and I'll also put that in the description so you can see some of his work. He uploads all of his art on there, and it's pretty cool. But his backgrounds cost $5 each, which is still relatively cheap. And he does good work with them, so I'd check those ones out too. His outros are $5, so I'm not too sure exactly if he means an animated outro will cost you $5, or if he means just like the 2 boxes with the links to videos in them will cost you $5 a piece. So you can ask him about that. I think, this is just me thinking though, is that his animated outros are the ones that are going to cost $5, and just the picture is going to cost $3. I'm just guessing because the logos, the banners, and the thumbnails are just a picture as well. The backgrounds take a little bit more work because they're a larger picture, so I'm guessing the outro is going to cost $3, but don't quote me on that. So all I've got prices listing from him is it's $5. And the biggest price from him, which is still nowhere near expensive compared to some others, his intros, animated wise, are going to cost you $7 a piece. And the intro is probably, I'd say, arguably the second most important thing on your video. Most important is the content. Like, people want to see good content. But average say is that if you don't capture your audience attention within the first 30 seconds, you lose a viewer. They're going to exit out of that video and move on to someone else. So if you have a really sharp intro that catches their attention within 5-10 seconds, and then they hear a little bit of your video, it's going to make them want to watch that video a little bit more. It's going to say, oh, I'm intrigued. So the intro is really important, and it takes a lot of work because it is animated. So $7 is a relatively fair price. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this guy now. His name is TheLoafOBread. I will give you his Skype name, his link to his YouTube channel. Once again, I don't know if he makes any videos, but if he does, check them out too. But all I know is that I got his business here, and if I ever need editing stuff again, I will not hesitate to talk to him some more because he does great work. He also, I love this thumbnail that he made for me, and he just completed a logo for me just a few minutes ago, I think. But I'm not going to include that in this video. You guys can see it on my channel. I don't want to be like self-promoting myself. It's more promoting for him. Also, I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart. He's not giving me any discounts or anything like that. I mentioned that I may do a video for him, but he doesn't know that I'm actually doing one. So this is all just out of the goodness of my heart to say thank you for your business, and hopefully to give him a little bit more business because he deserves to be recognized for the great work he's done. Hopefully you guys will go check him out, and this is Crafty Games. I'm signing out.